Today I just want to do kind of a casual like sit down chat kind of video, just reflecting on college. I have 7 things that I've written down, and they're just like things that I've learned during college that may be helpful to you if you're about to go to college or you're like in your first or second year of college. And they're just things that I thought like I could have done or I could have done better. I missed orientation week, the transition from high school to college. Last summer was like, I guess, the most free summer. You know you're going to college and you already got an offer. Like I wasn't really like paying attention to like, you know, the start of the school year for college. Like I really waited everything till the last moment. So that's why I actually missed my orientation week. Now looking back at it, I really do regret missing orientation week. I feel like orientation week is really the time where you really get to meet the first group of people, like, or friends, depending on your current situation. But for myself, like I didn't know anyone who's going to the same college as me. So basically I started off going without having a single friend. On top of that, like missing orientation week is really just not helping. Orientation week is really the time for you to like, you know, make contact with the first group of people, get comfortable with the environment, with the campus. So yeah, try not to miss orientation week if you can. Basically, just do your research about like and learn about like all the student activities that the school has to offer. I missed orientation week, that's why I didn't really have a first group of friends. I remember like the first week of freshman, I was just like super bored, especially during the weekend. I tried to like find a variety of clubs. For example, like maybe one can be more like professional stuff like business clubs or networking clubs, and one can be more recreational, for example dance, singing or acting, performing music and stuff like that. I was pretty into K-pop dance covers or like K-pop in general at the time. One club that I was really involved in all throughout college was a K-pop dance cover group club. And yeah, I really just spent most of my time there. I guess one thing I definitely could have done better is like make more use of my spare time joining like different clubs instead of just like going to one. Although like I really did enjoy my time at the K-pop dance cover group, I just really wish that I had like more exposure to like other student organizations. A lot of times like we compare ourselves to other people, especially when we choose majors. There are definitely like a lot of like popular majors, and like for example like pre-med or like law majors or business majors. I mean, yeah, those majors sound really nice, and it sounds like, oh, like if I have a law degree I'm gonna like automatically graduate with like a high base salary or whatnot, or like I'm gonna have a stable job right after I graduate. One mistake I made when I was like trying to choose my major is I was really just comparing to a lot of my friends. A lot of the US schools are ranked on this website called usnews.com. You've probably heard of it. It's like a ranking website, and it ranks like different universities and like different majors and minors. The College of Communications is especially pretty well ranked on the website. And also at the time, like a lot of my friends, they're all going to College of Communications. I really just paid too much attention on what other people are doing and like what the ranking website is saying and what my parents are telling me to do. I chose advertising actually as my major, but I really realized during my junior year that it's really just not for me. I'm not bad at like English stuff or like writing or literature and stuff like that, but I really just like don't enjoy doing that. I definitely feel like I didn't make a good decision on my major. And although I do know like your college major doesn't matter all that much, I just feel like it's still good to choose a major where you actually enjoy taking the courses out of that major. So my advice to you is definitely to block out a lot of the outside influence and first just focus on what you enjoy taking, maybe from your high school classes. Also, second thing is like what you think your strengths are. Like for example, my writing is not bad, but like I take so long just to write like anything. For me, writing is definitely not for me, so like definitely look into your own strengths. That's pretty much it about choosing your major and making sure you're focusing on yourself rather than like comparing to others or looking at the school's ranking and listening to your friends or your parents. So my fourth point is to really take advantage of your career center or like the career services that your school has to offer. Don't wait until you're like upperclassmen to do that. Do it like as early as possible, preferably like as soon as possible, like right away, like during your freshman year. Maybe really get to know like all the resources that the school has to offer. That's definitely one thing that I did not do and then that I should have done, and it would just really, I think it would have made like a big difference if I had done that. It doesn't really just like help you find a job. Usually for freshmen, if you're just going to college, like you're probably not worried about like finding a job right away because you know you still have like 3 years to spare or like 4 years to spare, so you're really probably not worried about like, you know, getting a job like in your freshman year. But the career center really does much more than just finding you a job. They help you really just like figure out what type of person you are, like on a very general basis, like what your strengths are, your weaknesses, what you're good at, your hobbies, and from that it really help you choose your major. Personally, I did not take any of that advantage. Like I did not like pay attention to that at all during my freshman year, and looking back, I think I definitely missed out on a lot of these advantages that the school had to offer. I feel like career planning is never too early, and the earlier you do it, the more time you have to spare if you happen to change your mind or you happen to discover a new side of yourself. Yeah, the earlier you do it, like the more flexibility you have in terms of deciding what you want to do with your major. Make contact with your professors. Really get to know your professors or talk to your professors. I'm not saying like to befriend all of them, but I would say definitely pick out like 1 or 2 professors that you really enjoy his or her classes, or you really just like that professor and you think you can make a really connection with them. I say that because if you're planning to go to grad school or even just for your future job applications, you might need a reference letter from them. Don't fake anything, but like really try to like make genuine connections with your professors. Like talk to them about maybe some of your career goals and maybe some of your concerns in the class, or any like academic goals or professional goals that you may want to like seek advices from your professors. You can also talk about your personal progress in the course. Just generally make like good impressions on your professors, and think that's not only going to help with your future reference letters but also help with your learning and grades in the class. So yeah, talk to your professors. Alright, so it's actually getting really dark, so you probably really can't see me that clearly anymore, especially since I'm filming with an iPhone 11. So I'm just gonna quickly finish off my last 2 points. But anyways, my 6th point is to not let your relationships be in the way. Personally, I think I could have like done much more, joining more student clubs or doing a better job like choosing majors or like going to classes and be more proactive when I do studying and stuff like that, if I did not like pay too much attention in my relationships. Unhealthy relationships can really just get in the way, and it really like makes us lose focus on the things that we should be prioritizing. I definitely missed out on a lot of the opportunities to join different student organizations or student clubs, and I also missed out on a lot of opportunities to just socialize with like people. I spent too much time with like one person. I feel like I was like always hanging out with that person. Like I was only thinking about like eating with that person, going out on the weekends with one person. I really just like relied on that one person to make other friends. Like basically, like if you know what I'm saying, it's like he's my best friend, but like all of my other friends are also like through him. So I really like didn't really have my own friend group in a way. Like I was only having like one best friend and that's all. Like I was like just like afraid of like stepping out of my comfort zone basically. Definitely could have used a lot of that time that I spent with only one person to meet a lot of other people, and also make use of that time to join a lot of different student organizations, or like just like other more like fun experiences in college that I definitely missed out on because I was just like too focused on one relationship. I would say my advice here is to diversify your relationships. Don't tie yourself to like one relationship only. I really missed out on a lot, like on practicing a lot of like socializing skills, or you know, as humans we need friends and we need to have the ability to socialize and network. So that's also going to be one thing I'm going to be continue to work on, like even after I graduate from college. All right, we're on to our last thing that I have written down, and that is to be forward-looking and always plan ahead. For me, I definitely did not plan ahead. I don't know why, but that's like one thing that I think it's like actually the biggest thing that I really should have done better. Even when I was already going to my senior year, like I didn't know what I was gonna do after I graduate. Like I had a lot of anxiety because of that, and I was just like pretty miserable. Like I did not know what I wanted to do with my life, and I did not know what I was wanting to do with my career. There's gonna be a lot of time wasted after you graduate if you don't have a plan. I can't even believe it, like, but like right now is already March and I graduated last May, so it's almost a year since I graduated. That's like quite a long time has passed. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, like, or to the internet, I don't even know who's watching this, but I did not do anything meaningful during that like almost 1 year of time since I graduated. I mean, I did apply to graduate school, but I definitely could have applied during my senior year if I knew I was going to graduate school. Definitely before looking and plan ahead, and that definitely leaves you space and time to think deep on like what you want to do after you graduate, so you don't get anxious going into your senior year and not knowing what you're gonna do. Like start building your resume as early as possible. Once you kind of have like a career plan in your mind, it's also easier for you to like start thinking about like summer internships like that you can do throughout your 4 years of college, because internships are actually also very important in terms of like building a strong resume. Anyways, that's gonna be all for today, and if you're watching this, I really hope you got some ideas or advices from my video, and good luck with everything you're doing, and I'll see you next time. This quality though is so bad, like it's probably gonna like be super bad on the big screen.